This is the September 2023 horoscope for Capricorns, and you can watch this if you're a Capricorn rising or if you're a Capricorn sun sign. Both are applicable. You're usually quite comfortable with the energy of Saturn, so perhaps you didn't even notice it at all. But August ended off on a very somber note. This is because the Sun and Saturn were opposing each other. Thankfully, this is finished at the beginning of September, so we should be able to go back to our lighter, happier selves. You'll also be happy to know that on September 4th, Venus goes direct. It was retrograde in August in your 8th house, so there might have been a lot of inventory that you've been taking of the way that you rely on others. As a Capricorn, you don't like to be reliant on others very much. So during August, you might have really questioned on which relationships are really necessary in your life and which ones aren't. So now that Venus is going direct, it's a good idea to take a look at what you learned and what you can apply going forward. And on the following day, September 5th, Jupiter is going retrograde. And this will be happening in the house of fun. So as a Capricorn, you will most likely not be spending that much time in September pursuing very fun activities, your hobbies, the things that bring you joy. Instead, you might be reflecting a little bit more on whether those activities do really still serve you and how you incorporate them into your life. There's no need to take action just yet, but see if you can note down what you're learning, because when Jupiter goes direct, you can start implementing some of those ideas around your pleasure, your romance, and your hobbies. September 10th to September 16th, Mercury is opposing Saturn. And at the end of September 16th, Mercury will start going direct. So during this area, especially, so not only the beginning of September, but also especially during the 10th and the 16th, I would recommend being very careful of how you speak. Your words might come across really heavy and really dragging down those that you communicate with. So if there's a need for you to be uplifting at this time and excited and motivating, I would suggest moving that sort of communication until after September 16th. There's also some good news. Mars is going through your career house. So there's a big focus for you this month in your career. You might be spending a lot of time thinking, acting. You're just very passionate and very organized and actionable when it comes to your career right now. So if you have any extra ideas for a long time that you've wanted to implement, use this energy right now to go ahead and do it. We have a new moon in Virgo in the middle of the month, September 15th to be exact. And this is happening in your 9th house. So you might find that there is some new beginning around this time for you when it comes to your travels or to your learning. So you might find that you are enrolling in a new program or perhaps finding a new mentor that you can study under. And we end off the month with a full moon in Aries in the house of home for you. So Capricorns, at the end of September, you are letting go anything from your home that no longer serves you. Perhaps you have too many things and you're going to minimize how much you own, or perhaps it's the way of decorating. Perhaps it's how much time you spend at home and that you need to get that back into balance. Just see at the end of September, anything that's falling away in terms of your home, just let it go. It wasn't meant to be there. So overall, a really interesting month for you, Capricorn. In September, you're going to focus a lot on your work. You're going to reconsider what things you do for fun and what things bring you joy. And you're going to let all of the things in the home that don't serve you anymore fall away. Make sure in September you take time to integrate the lessons from the Venus retrograde in your house of intimacy as well.